Topping today's news, a small aircraft crash lands on Abaco today. The National Security Minister explains the Royal Bahamas Defense Force agreement with Starlink, shantytown demolition exercises set to resume, and the Education Minister chimes in on the allegations of abuse in the Rangers program. Your JCN Evening News. I'm Jarino Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us. The Aircraft Accident and Investigations Authority on the island of Abaco reported earlier today that a Piper PA-32 aircraft crashed in a swampy area just west of Treasure Key. That's near Marsh Harbor. That was around 12 noon today. Authorities say the airplane encountered difficulties after taking off from the Leonard Thompson International Airport in Marsh Harbor. Early investigations say the pilot was able to make contact with emergency personnel. The pilot, who was the lone occupant of that aircraft, was rescued shortly before 1 p.m. and is reportedly in good health. The government of the Bahamas, in particular the Office of the Prime Minister, taking issue with a recent article published by Reuters news agency titled "How SpaceX Rocket Diplomacy Backfired in the Bahamas," which was originally published on July 29th. In addition to inaccuracies about the Falcon 9 booster landing approval process, the article also suggested that the Royal Bahamas Defense Force received complimentary Starlink service as part of the deal. Well, on Wednesday, the Minister of National Security, Wayne Munro, who is responsible for the Defense Force, said the government pays for its Starlink services.
The Starlink services, communication services on our vessels, was procured through the Ministry of National Security. It's through a system that services the Defense Force, Immigration, Customs, Corrections, and the police. In fact, the renewal of the maintenance and the subscription for Starlink just came to me. A good couple dollars. The only thing that I understand that Musk and his organization paid is they needed a 30-meter craft and another craft to secure the site. And we set out for them exactly what it cost in manpower, fuel, and food to do that. And that is what we asked for. But as far as I am aware, if they provided it free, then we need to see why are we paying another subscription, because we're paying another subscription, and for everyone, I believe it totals over $1 million.
Mr. Munro said the annual Starlink subscription costs approximately $1 million annually. He was asked exactly how many Royal Bahamas Defense Force vessels are using Starlink satellite communication systems.
Every Defense Force vessel, all of the ones that go on patrol, are equipped with Starlink. We recently got 4 safe boats, fast interceptor boats, there to be outfitted as well. But all of the patrol crafts have them.
On Wednesday, Reuters posted an updated version of their article and removed the quotes attributed to the Deputy Prime Minister and those of the Office of the Prime Minister, as well as making the correction, noting that the government of the Bahamas pays for the Starlink services. There have been some serious sexual allegations made in reference to a statement released by the Royal Bahamas Defense Force on Tuesday with regards to instructors involved with the Rangers program. It is alleged that an officer forced Rangers to drink toilet water and engage in sexual acts, including masturbation. After the Minister of Education, Glenys Hannah Martin, spoke to how heartbreaking it is when she hears of these types of incidents involving our children.
I'll say this, we're seeing a lot of cases almost every day of matters right over there in the Supreme Court of granduncles, grandfathers, good friends, cousins or whatever, trusted individuals who have exploited children. And I'm very gratified that we are seeing a very aggressive stance by the Royal Bahamas Police Force, the Office of the Attorney General, and the courts in getting these matters into the Supreme Court and adjudication taking place.
The Education Minister was fielding questions on Wednesday before entering Parliament. She emphasized the importance of ensuring the safety and well-being of all students. She expressed her commitment to investigating and addressing any allegations of misconduct thoroughly.
And there have been many convictions, and many now are in Foxhill Prison. And that is where they need to be. When the Bible speaks to that, you hurt a hair on any one of their heads. When you harm the most vulnerable population for whatever perverse or distorted or sick purpose, I believe you should face the full brunt of the law. That's my personal opinion.
A criminal complaint has been made, and the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Court of Inquiry is investigating this matter that could possibly be turned over to the police. Kwesi Thompson, the FNM Shadow Minister for Finance, is criticizing the Davis administration for impeding economic progress through excessive red tape and delays. Mr. Thompson makes the case that the government's inability to cut red tape is preventing investment, delaying growth, and stopping Bahamians from taking advantage of opportunities, citing statistics from the central bank's most recent report. Thompson said the Davis administration has become the biggest obstacle to economic opportunity here in the country. In a second statement on Wednesday, the FNM is seeking answers on what they say is the stalled Grand Lucayan sale and the long-promised airport redevelopment. The official opposition says 76 days, now 77 days have passed since the Davis administration announced the signing of a heads of agreement for the sale and redevelopment of the Grand Lucayan Resort in Freeport. And yet, Bahamians are still in the dark. The FNM said now it has been revealed by the developer that the future of the Grand Lucayan depends on the completion of a new airport, an airport the PLP has repeatedly promised would be significantly underway by 2025. The Free National Movement said the silence from the Davis administration is deafening and unacceptable. Finally, in this segment, now that they have had a chance to spawn, the 2025 lobster season reopens tomorrow, August 1st, and will run through March 31st of 2026. The Bahamas lobster industry is said to be worth some $90 million and employs approximately 9,000 fishers that cover a massive 45,000 square miles of ocean, harvesting more than 4 million pounds of lobster tails for export each year, mainly to the United States and Europe. Some of the most popular lobster dishes here in the Bahamas include minced lobster, grilled lobster, lobster bisque, lobster fritters, surf and turf, and some people just love to pick through the lobster head for that moist, flavorful lobster meat. Depending on the size and market price, you can purchase whole lobsters with a 6-inch tail for around $20, with the larger ones costing just a bit more. We'll be back with more right after these commercials.